What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at XRP and what I think is going to believe to happen based on the charts that are telling me. We know on this channel, we look at the data, we look at the charts, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they are telling me at this moment, all right? So let's jump straight on into the daily chart here for XRP. And you guys know, as you guys probably know, right? On the daily chart, simply put, we broke out of the symmetrical triangle to the upside. Take our measure move to our extrapolation point. We actually went up perfectly to that $1.10 mark for XRP, and have now gotten a slight pullback, which is to be expected, right? It's to be expected. That's a pretty big area. Also looking left, you do have a relative peak on the daily chart right here back from January 2018 at that point as well. So it makes sense why you're getting some resistance there. You are approaching on your RSI, pretty big level, right? About a 94 on the RSI. Right now, you're currently sitting at 86. You do have some room to run still. But you can see, back looking at the past, this about 94 level on the RSI has tend to be your local tops, especially recently. You can see you got your top here. That was your top, right? You got your top here. That was your top. So you are approaching that level pretty rapidly. So just be wary on the daily chart. Now, I don't want to spend too much time here on this daily chart because what really matters here is this USD chart here. So this is the weekly chart of XRP, showing the last cycle versus the this current cycle, right? So what I did is I extrapolated our last cycle, right, with the bars pattern here, and I extrapolated it right above here, just to give you guys an outlook on what the last market cycle looked like, right? Now, I do not think we're going to see a major pump like we did in the last cycle where we just went straight up like this, all right? So let me just put that out clearly right there. I do not believe that's going to happen. But if we do look at the general price action, right, and we actually overlay it, it's actually very similar, right? And you guys obviously know it's similar besides a couple things, right? Obviously, this one we had a major dip right here. We know that's because of the SEC lawsuit news, and that's why we got that dip. But you have to wonder, if that lawsuit never happened, would XRP have gotten that giant dip here? Or would it be just consolidated one more time, bouncing off our 20-week moving average like we did currently, and just continued up, right? So you always have to wonder that. Would the chart look more similar to this one if we never got that news? I think that's very possible, right? I've been very outspoken that I do have a vendetta against XRP in the past. I'm going to put that aside for this video and give you guys my most logical analysis of what I think is going to happen next. All right, so if we look back at the 2016, or really for XRP, is really 2013 to 2018 cycle. You can see after we broke, what's interesting here, after we broke that local high, right? So we basically had, what we did is we pumped straight up to our all-time high. So if we were to do something similar to 2017, what it would look like over the next couple weeks, we would probably go up to our all-time high around 337. Don't think that's going to happen, guys. Just full warning out there. And then pull back to our first local high, where we pull back down to 109, back test that as support, and then we continue up, just like we did in 2017. Now, I don't believe that is necessarily going to happen. We probably see something a little more methodical, right? Maybe we get some rejection here. Maybe we come back down, retest our previous two local highs here as support, and then continue back up to the upside and, retesting some of these higher levels, right? Maybe after that, we retest that, and then we come up here and kind of make our way up to our all-time high at some point, right? But you guys can see back here in 2017, we pumped actually straight up. So, if something similar like that was to happen, just out of curiosity, right, we take our second local high, so right here, we extrapolate that up. That's almost we almost did a 1,500% move. So if we were to see something similar to that, that's going to put XRP somewhere around about right around $17. So I don't believe that's very realistic here. I'm just going based off the one data point, obviously, that we have in 2017. Like I said, I expect a more of a, we have been pretty bullish right now. So, and like I said, if that SEC news never happened, would have we just pumped up to the upside straight up here, right? Would have we saw something like this, right? Instead of getting all this nonsense down here, maybe that we're just playing catch up now and we see an explosive move coming for XRP coming next. You can see we're back above our 20-week moving average, which is super bullish. That's usually our support in our bull market. You can see we got support on it right here. Got support on it now right here. We did the same thing in 2017, right? Once we got back above that, you can see it was our support once, and then obviously we pumped up to the upside, and then it was our support in that little mini bear market in the middle of 2017. But anyways, that's kind of like the outlook of based on what happened in 2017, what we could see, and what's probably to expect. A little bit more of methodical, right? A little more methodical of approach up here, most likely, rather than a pure pumpage of 2 weeks, up to your all-time high, right? So just keep that in mind, everyone. And let's look at the XRP Bitcoin chart. So we have an interesting fractal here on the XRP Bitcoin chart, which I did notice as well from 2017. All right, so from 2016 to 2017, you can see you have this fractal here, right, where you have these two falling wedge patterns, right? You can see you got 3 touches on the top of this one back here from 2016, and you got 3 touches on the bottom here from this wedge back in 2017 as well. And you can see, if you see it, their current wedge, which is right here, looks very, very similar to that wedge back there. We get 3 touches on the top, 3 touches on the bottom. And if you zoom in, right, you can actually see it ended with a nice little double bottom, right? 1, 2, ended with a double bottom, and now we're pumping back to the upside. And you can see exactly that we did in 2016. We ended with 1 double bottom, and then we pumped up to the upside out of the falling wedge, right? So I do expect something similar to happen to that. It's really once we broke that 20-week, 50-week moving average on this, we actually got super explosive. So I see once the 50-week moving average is right here, I see once we break that, we get pretty explosive. Usually when we do get pretty explosive. The last couple times we have gotten resistance at the top of that wedge. So just be careful there. If we do something, just for instance, I don't think this is going to happen as well, but just as an exercise, if we were to do something like we saw back then, where after we broke that 50-week moving average, even just up to here, would be a 500% gain against Bitcoin. If we were to do something similar to that from where we are right now, that would put the valuation right about here, which I guess would make some sense. You do have a couple of resistance points right at that level from 2018, so I guess that would make a little sense, right? But a 500% gain on Bitcoin would be pretty crazy, right? That would make XRP's market cap pretty sure at least up to number, I can't think of the top of my head, but at least up to number 3 above Cardano and Polkadot. I don't know if it would reach Binance Coin. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It might outreach Binance Coin in that point, but that would be something insane. So I don't know if that's 100% realistic here. Now, obviously, we know last time it did it broke the 50-week moving average in the last bull market. It went up 2,200% last time. Now, I'm not expecting something similar to that like that to happen, guys. That's going to put us way, way up there. I don't think something like that is necessarily going to happen, but it definitely could, as seeing how XRP has lagged behind the general market as usual, right? We see Bitcoin is almost 3x over its previous all-time high. XRP is still 3x below its all-time high. So a little catch-up could be needed for XRP coming up shortly. The last thing I want to look at is the XRP Ethereum chart, where we have something similar, right? Where we bottomed out here, and now we bottomed out again. We're making a higher low, which is interesting, right? I would have liked to see like kind of a double bottom, but instead we get a higher low, which I guess is even better here. And I do expect to see pretty big moves to the upside here. Now, if we break this current resistance level, which is this first red line here, we don't really, just looking left, like our basic support and resistance, we really don't have any resistance all the way up until this second line, which would make almost an 87% gain on XRP against Ethereum. That's pretty good, right? I mean, 87% on the second biggest crypto is going to have a pretty big effect on XRP's price, right? So this is a pretty interesting chart as well. Make sure we're watching out for this. I think really what's happening here is XRP is getting kind of entrenched here between, hold on, there we go, this general resistance line, and you're going to get squeezed here. So we'll see what happens if you can get back into this general, look like it used to be in kind of descending triangle before it with a couple fake outs, but it's kind of interesting. But if you can actually break through this red line, hopefully you can eventually break this resistance line coming down. A little awkward. Obviously, it's on the weekly chart, so it's not perfect. But yeah, if you break this red line, you're probably going to be retesting this resistance line, hopefully breaking it for XRP holders. Not for me. I hold more Ethereum than XRP personally. But, I mean, like I said, totally unbiased video. If you break this, you're going to see XRP start gaining on Ethereum in the short term. All right, so that's the video today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys press the subscribe button down below. I'll be live streaming tonight from 7 to 9, sometimes 10. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. Also, go join the Discord. Link is in the description as well. If you're interested in the Patreon and a couple extra videos per week, make sure you guys go join the Patreon. Link is also in the description below. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the live stream later, I should say. Peace out.